Wow. Welcome to another day of Our Sports TV. I'm your host, Abdul Samin, and today we are going to look at a very wonderful game that is coming over this weekend. A lot of matches that we are going to look at, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about this beautiful game and what I think about this game coming on. We have Arsenal that is going to have their early kickoff tomorrow. That will be Saturday. Arsenal go head to head with Nottingham Forest with their new manager, um, Ange Postecoglou, a former Tottenham coach who just got appointed this week. So let's see. With Arsenal with their good form, will they continue their winning ways or they will lose to Ange Postecoglou, the new coach? Because normally we see a lot of teams bounce back with this new manager bounce. Can we see it against Arsenal when they travel to Nottingham Forest? So let's see. We look at that, and we also have Chelsea who are going to play Brentford. They are traveling to Brentford this time around, and that ground is always not an easy ground for Chelsea. So we look at it and also see how best they are going to play their game, and hopefully um, their fans are looking for a beautiful game. We also have the Manchester Derby that is also coming on. That is Manchester United and then Manchester City. We have our La Liga game that is also coming on. We have Barcelona playing Valencia and then Madrid playing their Real Sociedad team. So you just look at it. The first game is going to be Arsenal and then Nottingham Forest. I think it's going to be a tough test for Arsenal to play Nottingham Forest at this time season, because actually they just sacked their coach that was Nuno Espirito, and they just appointed former Tottenham boss to come and then take charge. And normally we see this new manager bounce in the Premier League. Normally when teams changes their coaches and they are in a good form and they change their coaches, they normally bounce back, want to prove something to their head coach, especially players who normally don't get playing time with the previous coaches. They tend to want to prove something, prove a point to the coach so that they can be in the good books of the coach. So maybe we might see a lot of that with the Nottingham Forest team. Their players working extra hard, maybe more than 200% of their work rate tomorrow against the Arsenal side. Yes, and I think Arsenal are really going to have a difficult match tomorrow. But I think if they keep on doing what they have been doing the previous weekend, I think they will come out on top of the game. But actually, I won't be surprised if Nottingham Forest get a goal in this game, because they will not sit back and wait for Arsenal to attack them or go at them. I think they also want to play their own game. So I see this match going in the favor of Arsenal, even though Ange Postecoglou is going to have his first game against one of the best Premier League teams, that is Arsenal recently. Yes, so I think it's going to be a good test for him to show the Nottingham Forest fans what he's capable of offering to their team. Later in the night, we have Chelsea traveling to Brentford. Actually, that stadium hasn't been a good place for Chelsea to visit lately. We saw that last season when Chelsea went there, they struggled, and then actually for the past few seasons when they go there, they struggle, but they find a way to scramble away some points and then got back. We saw that last season. Yeah. And also tomorrow is not going to be an easy round for Chelsea, because we saw they have been struggling to win Brentford for the past few years. So I think tomorrow is not going to be an easy match for Chelsea. It's going to be a great test for them. And looking at the squad that they possess, I think they will try their best. And I think no matter what happens, they might give Chelsea a hard time. But I see them like scramble their way and get to their maximum play from Brentford. Looking at I think during the international break, we saw a lot of Chelsea players went on to their international break, and then they played a lot of football to their national team. We saw Reece James representing England, and he did very well, fantastic. And then we saw Moises Caicedo, who actually missed the last game against who got red carded their last game. I think that's going to take him away in the next international break. We saw João Pedro, Estaval, and the others. And I think the South American players normally return back to training late. So I think with that effect, with the fatigue, I just hope that if it doesn't cause an effect to the players, I think I see Chelsea having their full squad, because we also heard that Palmer is back to training. I think he was a player that they have made for their past two games, and if he's present in their team, Chelsea are also a great threat and another team when Palmer is playing. But even though his absence too, we have Estavaja, Pedro leading the lines. Even though they were hit with an injury with Liam Delap, they found a way to win those last matches that they played. So I think with the inclusion of Palmer in their team this time around, and also the inclusion of Garnacho, who might also get a minute, some few minutes in the game, I still think Chelsea will find a way to get their maximum 3 point, but it will not be a great margin of a goal scoring game. I think it will just be a 2-1 win or a 2-0 win for Chelsea in this game. So we have Liverpool also traveling to Burnley. I think Liverpool is in a hot form. They are the only team in England right now that have the 100% a record right now, because they have not lost, they have not drawn. And with the inclusion of Isak, I think they are another beast. They are monsters in the Premier League right now. And I think any team that is going to face Liverpool right now will be like sweating. I think nobody will want to play Liverpool right now. So I think over the course of the season, if you are able to get a draw from Liverpool right now with the squad and the players that they have, then you have done well. You have really done well. So with the inclusion of Isak and Burnley are the newly promoted team that just came up. And I think they have signed some couple of players, experienced players like Walker and some other players into their squad. But that doesn't mean that they can um, stay here, because I still think they are one of the new promoted teams that are going to get relegated at the end of the season. So against this Liverpool side, I think they don't have the firework to stop this Liverpool team with their attack and then the inclusion of Isak. So I just think Liverpool are just going to do their normal business with them, especially the smaller teams when they meet. And I still think Liverpool are going to do a great job on them, and they are going to beat them. Beat them, yeah. So I see Liverpool winning this match against Burnley. I don't think Burnley will cause much of a threat for Liverpool in this game. So if I were you, I will give Liverpool a straight win. And also Chelsea, in case you want to stake bet or something, I think I will give Chelsea an under 3.5 goal for the goals that they will score. I don't think I will see Chelsea scoring more than 3 goals against this Brentford side. And also another game that we are going to look at is also Madrid and then Real Sociedad. Yeah, Real Sociedad has been that like they have been degrading for the past few seasons. They are not the Real Sociedad we used to know, but even though they are still a great team for any team in La Liga to play against any time of the season, because any mistake that you make again, they might have their day any other day, so they are not to be underestimated. We also saw that Real Madrid have their own share of injuries. Rudiger, who is going to be missed in 2 months, who is going to be missing in 2 months. I think he'll be back in December or so. Bellingham is also already injured, and I think with the squad that Madrid had, I think they can still find a way to win this Real Sociedad team. But my issue with them is, will they be able to stop Real Sociedad from scoring? That is what we will find out tomorrow actually. Because with the presence of Mbappe and Vinicius, who is also trying to get back to his best, with what we had with what we had last week before the international break. Alonso being said he is willing to now play Rodrigo and then Vinicius. I think that position, Mbappe position, is now locked, and then Vinicius and Rodrigo will have to be switching position. Maybe in a particular match, he might decide to bench Vinicius and play Rodrigo. In certain matches, he will decide to play Rodrigo and bench Vinicius. I think that's what he's planning to do. So with Mbappe and then Valverde, Ada Gula, who has been the main man for this Real Madrid side, dictating play and then controlling the midfield for this Madrid side, dictating this game, I think they are going to do a lot of work on Real Sociedad. So I see them, even though this season just started, I've not seen Real Madrid scoring a lot of goals. So I still think they are going to find it, they are going to have a hard time scoring a lot of goals, but I still think they will find a way to grind results from this. game. Yes, so I still think I'll give Real Madrid a straight win. A straight win here. Another game of the day is going to be the Manchester Derby. That is Manchester United and then Manchester City. For Manchester United, they are a team that I like when they are always going to play against the big boys. Yes, Manchester United is another team when they are playing against the smaller oppositions in the league, but they are another team when they are playing against the top six. See, there's something about Manchester United. Don't count them out. Don't count them out when they are playing against the top six. And they have a very good record against Manchester City. And we both know that even Guardiola best squads, the time that Guardiola had his best players, the Kevin De Bruyne, the Aguero, and the informed Rodrigo and all of his best players at that time. I still think Manchester United always goes to the Etihad and then find a way to win Guardiola no matter what. So with City current situation right now, I think they have been hit with a lot of injuries. With Ryan checking out, Mahmoud who just got injured during the international break, and Rodri is back even though he's not yet fully is 100% fit yet, but it's still going to be something that Guardiola is going to be sweating over. So that will just leave Manchester City with Helen Haaland and then Patrick Duque and Oscar Bob, which I don't think they can cause a lot of stress to the back line of Manchester United with the presence of Mbemo and then Mount leading the line and also Bruno Fernandes. It's a sad story for Matheus Cunha. I think he was doing really well the opening few games that he got started, and it's going to be a big loss for Manchester United because he got injured before the international break. I think with his presence, he could have improved their side very well. But even though in his absence, it doesn't mean that what Manchester United has lacks the firepower to punish Manchester City. So I think Manchester United, with their record against the big six and also against Manchester City, I think with the injury hit, Manchester City is going to find it difficult to punish Manchester United. So I think Manchester United in this game, I think they have a chance of beating Manchester City if they play the game they played against Arsenal in the opening fixture. If they do that, I think they are going to beat Guardiola. And even if you look at the head-to-head that they have against Guardiola in those matches, I think I'll give it to Manchester United to get something out of this game. So the players I'm looking at to make the difference will be probably Bruno Fernandes and Mbemo to make the difference for Manchester United on Sunday. So not to go further, another game that we are going to look at is going to be Barcelona and then Valencia. It is a game that is going to be tricky for Barcelona this time around. I think Hansi Flick has been found out recently because we can see that from their last game before the international against Rayo Vallecano. It looks like he was found out. Rayo Vallecano really gave him a lot of headache. They broke all the outside trap and the high line that Barcelona was playing. They broke all the outside trap and then they were able to go past the high line Barcelona were setting against them. I think Barcelona were even lucky to get a draw from that game. I think they actually deserved to lose that match that day. So if anything is not being taken serious from Hansi Flick, I think tomorrow Sunday game against Valencia, they are going to be looking to exploit that weakness that Rayo Vallecano used against Barcelona before the international break. So I think like even though with those weaknesses and those flaws that Rayo Vallecano realized on that day, I still think Barcelona will find a way to get the results from Real Sociedad. I don't think they will want to drop out points. Looking at how Real Madrid has been going, winning, being on top of them, and I think these two teams none of them wants the other to open up the points this early season. So I think with that in mind, Barcelona will want to win this match and get the maximum points so that they can close up with Real Madrid. And also the player that a lot of people underestimate is Pedri. Man, Pedri is a real baller. I think if Pedri was a woman, I think I will be paying his bride price every year, because like he's very reliable, consistent, and like he's the main man for Barcelona side. Just imagine taking out Pedri in this team and look at Barcelona. It's going to be something. We saw what Olmo did before the international break. I think he had a little fault in what happened, and then Barcelona dropped points against Rayo Vallecano. He got some true massive chance that he would have scored in the first half to change the game, but it is football. He missed those chances, and Pedri is an exceptional player. If you look at the boy, he's wow, and then whatever he does in the pitch, he makes it look simple. And also the inclusion of Lamine Yamal, I'll tell you that Pedri is more important in this Barcelona team than Lamine Yamal right now. He's really underestimated. A lot of people don't see the hard work and the game that he plays in for this Barcelona team. So I think with Pedri present, and also De Jong has been injured, who's not going to be playing in this game. So I think it will be left with Casado. Yeah, Casado, and maybe yeah, Casado, because Gavi is also injured. The only player, there's one player that I've been hoping to for Hansi Flick to give time if he's really fit, but I'm sure he's really fit, because we could see that last season during the preseason when they were playing. Mark Bernard, he's a player that I love so much. He reminds me of Sergio Busquets. He's the player that I admire a lot. He reminds me of Sergio Busquets. If Hansi Flick can give the boy a chance, because coming into the season last season, it was him and then Pedri that we were looking at until he got injured, and then Casado came and replaced him. So I still think this match I'm going to see Casado pairing with Pedri, but I won't be surprised if he gets minutes. And that boy is really a fantastic baller. If he's given the chance, man, it's going to show a lot of people like he really has that Sergio Busquets thing in him. The boy, just find time and watch the boy play. I just hope that on Sunday, Hans Flick will give him a chance to also get back into the playing field. And also, I think there is something that is going on at the Barcelona team. If Kev is not taken, that is about Fermin Lopez. I think the boy actually was getting closer to joining Chelsea before the transfer window shut. And I think his issue with Barcelona is the playing time. The boy has always like proved that he's somebody that can be relied on, and he just needs a lot of playing time. That is something that he has not been getting in Barcelona right now. And I think that I think they have to talk. I think they have already discussed it, and I think Fermin Lopez will want to have a lot of contribution in this team. He will not want to be sitting on the bench all the time. So I think it is something that Hansi Flick will be looking at to make sure that the player is happy, because an happy squad is not going to be performing to the maximum that you want. So I think Fermin Lopez is a really good player. So he will be hoping that he can make a mark for this Barcelona team. If not, if things don't change and he gets a lot of playing time, I think he'll try to look at his options in January. So with this game, I see Barcelona winning this game against Valencia. They should be looking to close up the points with Madrid in this game. And as usual, I think the star boy Lamine Yamal will be making an assist in this game, which I love so much about the boy. Is what I love so much about the boy is that his in-swing crosses into the box, the way he bends it into the box, it makes the players not the defenders confused. They don't know where to defend. They don't know where the ball is coming. You never know, but it's only Rafinha and then the strikers up front for Barcelona who normally read the boy crosses. And I think he's going to win a lot of them on Sunday, and I think he's going to cause a threat for this Valencia side. So with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha present, I still think Valencia have not been the Valencia we used to know, because for the last time Valencia beat Barcelona, that was back in 2016. Yes, back in 2016, and then the last time that Valencia even managed to get a win at Camp Nou was in the Copa del Rey final that they beat Barcelona. So for like in the last 5 games, five home games against Valencia, Valencia hasn't found their way to get a maximum 3 points from Barcelona. And also the players to look at, also I'm also looking at the player for Valencia who might cause a threat for this Barcelona side will be Arnold Danjuma. I think he's the only player in this Valencia team who has played a lot of shots on target for this team, and player who is able to do that can score you at any time. Yeah, and also this player who has been called, he's the top assist for this team. And I think Barcelona have scored at like 17 goals already in 5 matches. So it looks like they are good. They don't have any goal scoring problem. What they just need is to make sure that they maximize the chances that they get in this game, not waste it like they did against Rayo Vallecano. If they are able to do that, I'm sure they are going to come up on top and then get the maximum 3 points from Valencia and close up with Real Madrid. See you another time where we give you match reactions of these games that will be coming over.